is 12/13/2017, and I am extremely excited today because today I'm going to be revealing to you multiple things, one of which is you've probably noticed already there's a difference in the style of background that we're using, and this is because of the fact that we are currently using Game Maker Studio 2, and we were able to upgrade our the amount of color and the amount of imagery that we could use. So let's start things off. This is the Meep shot, obviously, and today we're going to go through all the weapons. You can see there's a life bar, which shows up basically as you empty the enemy's life bar. You'll see the red skulls, and you can see the the image of what enemy you're hitting. So, for example, you can see that. The reason why I'm not talking about Meep shot all that much is because it's entirely possible you might not have played the demo, but the Meep shot is your basic attack. This is your bread and butter. This is the basic attack used throughout the game, and when you level it up to level 2, you get 2 shots right in front of you. And as you can see, Meep can shoot both right and left, and when Meep gets a level 3 version of the attack, Meep can shoot 2 forward and 1 down. This allows for Meep to attack enemies beneath them as well as in front of them. And the reason I did this is because, A, I already have a weapon that we'll be featuring later on that does the whole stream of multiple attacks in one direction, and B, I always felt that would be, it's nice to have some variety. Speaking of which, let's switch the flamethrower and get ourselves out of this. Alright, so the flamethrower, as you can see, allows for the player to charge in and get up close and personal. Now, the original flamethrower had the problem of, as you can see, I can move while using the flamethrower, but I can't just hold down the attack button anymore. I need to tap that attack button. And that is kind of the thing with the flamethrower, is you can't just sit there and just hold the attack button and munch a burrito. You need to actually apply yourself. And as you can see, the flames changed color to a blue supernatural flame as Meep taps into their inner dragon and proceeds to unleash the fire. But the thing is that that's the flamethrower, and yeah, you can charge with it. Now here's the Dagger. The Dagger is a straight shot. It moves at breakneck speeds, and when it starts out, it moves faster than the Meep shot, but it has a lower base damage. However, it is the fastest weapon in the game. Level 2, you'll get a little bit more sonic wave, a little bit less dagger, and at level 3, you can get the dagger all the way to the point to where you're releasing multiple sonic waves. I will be warning you, I will be slightly nerfing the damage on this one because having tested this weapon makes the game, to some extent, almost easier than, it makes it a little bit too easy in my opinion. It'll still basically have its advantage, which is the fact of the dagger's advantage is speed, but let's get to the party rocket. The party rocket, as you can see, is a missile that attacks above and below in the beginning. So you have to get clever with it. You can't just attack something in front of you. You need to position yourself, as you can see right there. However, eventually, if you play your cards right for just long enough, you will be able to access the level 2 version, which is a triple shot. Now you can attack above, below, and in front of you. And then finally ending with a Pentashot, which is 2 above, 2 below, and 1 in the center. And this allows you to, as you can see, have a huge amount of damage output, but it's not the fastest weapon in the game. It's still a bit slower than most. It's not as fast as the Meep shot, but it's not slow either. Now this is the retro rocket. The retro rocket is able to move fast, but doesn't do as much base damage on any level than the party rocket that we just featured. So when you're using the retro rocket over here, the retro rocket's supposed to kind of have this feeling of like, you know, like in those old chip commercials and stuff like that, where you have the rocket that's like this bright orange and like just like complete craziness. That's kind of what the retro rocket does. It's a rocket that's supposed to look like it's out of a 1980s commercial. It moves lightning fast. However, suffice its speed, its base damage is not as high as the party rocket. But the party rocket, while having a high base damage, is not as fast as the retro rocket. So you have to decide what type of playstyle you want. Now here, this is the boss killer, which, yes, you're seeing that correctly. Finally, after years, fires to the left. The boss killer firing to the left just, it excites me. And I'm going to tell you why, because for the longest time, we had this weapon not firing to the left for both a storyline and technical reason. But as you can see, the power upgrade occurs as you level up with this thing, like with all, and you get multiple rockets that kind of swarm together. They all explode and all hit at the same time. However, they fire in this little up and down wavy pattern, and they take a huge amount of energy. You can't really spam it. When you fire it, it goes off. It just instantly launches, and it's out there. You have no control over it, unlike Echo's rocket. Speaking of which, this is Echo's rocket, Echo the shopkeeper. We'll talk about him in a later video, but right now, as you can see, when you fire the rocket, it doesn't go in a straight line. It kind of does this weird wave shape, and you can control its movement based on Meep's trajectory. As a result, you can create a very interesting strategy using this, but you still have to actually move around. And when it hits something, well, yeah, you kind of got a little bit there. See, you can see how basically through my movement, I can actually control the little bit of missile swarm there. And it does more damage, and it gives you more bonus points the higher you have the level. Because the thing about Echo's rocket, which is why you need to purchase it from the shop eventually, is it gains you bonus points for using it. So there's that. Now we have the star. This is a picture of the star before change. You can go back to just pause on that for a bit, but I want you to all understand this thing did not work as smoothly as it's currently working previous to the multiple days of me and our programmer Alexander just kind of hitting this thing, and you can see that I can't get beyond the number. So 3. I can't just 2 go away and then hammer the attack button. I get 2, and I'll get 3 more. So now I go above the maximum. No, I'm actually only able to get as many as each level allows me. The thing about the star is, like the flamethrower, it has the fact that you can kind of guide it, but unlike the flamethrower, it's not always going to be in the same trajectory as Meep. Sometimes if you move just right, you can get the star to have a little bit of a, like right there, you can get it where you get a little bit of a star wheel a little bit ahead of Meep, a little bit above Meep, sometimes just circling around Meep, and in general, summoning the star wheel is really fun. It's, again, another way to play the game. There are multiple play styles, obviously, so there is that. And you can see that at level 3, you're getting more stars, and currently shredding the compact trash rocks. And now that we've taken out the asteroids made of broken down ships of metal, here we stand, the champion, able to fly in all directions, anything we want. Flamethrower, Dagger, Party Rocket, Retro Rocket, Boss Killer, Echo Rocket, Star. Meep is a space bat. And I look forward to showing you the rest of this level next week. See you then. And remember, click that bell, click subscribe, tell your friends to click subscribe and click that bell. Otherwise, they're not going to get an alert. Okay? And remember, come back here on the 20th. There's going to be a download waiting for you. It's going to be exciting. I guarantee it. I look forward to seeing all the crazy videos and stuff you pull with these weapons later on. Thanks, and have a great day.